Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside. First round underway in this scheduled 10-rounder. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. How critical is it, Teddy? How important is it that when you have a straight right hand like the fighter we're seeing here tonight, that you know how to set the table with that jab?
Yeah, Joe, that jab is a table setter. It's a fork that allows you to eat. Otherwise, you get food all over your hands.
Scored well upstairs with the right hand. Targeting the uppercut, and it worked. The greatest is right hand scores well. Good flush shot upstairs. The greatest is making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. Good job protecting himself.
Keep those hands up.
And a well-targeted combination by the greatest. Fires off the hook. Look at that. Look at the accuracy with that hook upstairs. Mr. Showtime's punch didn't come close. Oh, a huge hook to the body. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Will you look at this? Look at this pace that these two are fighting at so early in the fight. Teddy, each man must have been determined to think they can get the other one out of here early.
Yeah, I want to see who blinks first, though. That's what's interesting to me. Who changes? They can't both keep this up.
Solid left hand to the head. Solid right by the greatest. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself.
Come on, get both.
Round comes to an end here. And Teddy, I know you've had a very busy week. You've been training some pro football players this week. There are many parallels to be made between the pro fight game and the pro football game.
Yeah, there are, you know, physical ones and emotional, mental ones. I mean, the physical ones are when I work with some of these behemoths, you know, like offensive linemen. They have to punch out, you know, with their arms. They have to make sure that they get those hands out now. If they raise their elbows, just like a fighter raising his elbow before he throws a jab, they lose the power. So you got to teach them to keep those elbows in, punch out without any telegraph, without any loss of power, and also get those hands out at the right distance. If they're a little late, the big guy gets in on them, and now he can control him. And of course, the mental aspects of it, where they get into those dark rooms we talk about every once in a while, where they have to remember that they have control. They can make the choice. You know, you get in those dark rooms, you start to think that you lose control of the choice, that your opponent's making a choice for you. No, that's not the truth.
Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. We're seeing a lot of work to the body here early on by him. Teddy, is that a certain mentality, these guys that commit to being a body puncher?
Yeah, because they understand that the body punching, you know, that's not something that's glorious. That's not something that, you know, like a great left hook on the chin, bang, it gets results right away. They understand that that's something that pays off later, and something you got to start early and stay with.
The final minute of a round that feels like 30 minutes, not 3 minutes.
And this is the kind of fight where you just don't want to have a loser. They're both winners.
Oh, what a hook by the greatest. There he is from long range using that jab.
So if you're on the outside, say at a picnic, you want to keep those insects away, you use insect repellent. While you're on the outside as a fighter, you want to keep your opponent away? That jab, that's the way to go.
The greatest is putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. Oh, he turns it over right into a hook. You see what happens when he commits to the uppercut. Look at that. Great work there. And that's the end of round two. Mr. Showtime's going with a quality that I think is very underrated in boxing. That is to be judicious, to really think about when, how, and make the most of each thing you're doing. His punch rate, very, very effective in terms of his percentage landed.
Yeah, he's throwing educated punches. You know, he's not wasting anything. He's making everything count, but just as importantly, everything's leading to something else. You know, he's working the body one moment, and that's leading up to some head attack later on. So he's planning everything out like a smart fighter, a guy that understands the sweet science.
Combo lands to the head. That's a huge left he just scored. There it is! And Mr. Showtime's down on the canvas. How will he recover from this? Hard to prepare for a situation like this, but solid. And he goes down for a second time. Does he have enough this time to rise up and continue on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's all over. The greatest is hand to be raised in victory. He scores the knockout here tonight.
By way of knockout, your winner, the greatest.
Teddy, there's a lot of explaining to do here, but help me with this. Was this early knockout on a left field a product of one guy being prepared and the other guy